Friday Night Live with Cat Carter. Get ready, set, let's go. Come on. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. Hey. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Yeah. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. It's Friday night live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat Carter.
Hey, welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Kat Carter. How is everybody doing today? Okay. First, we got to do some cleanup, some housekeeping. Okay, so you guys know I have been in a hotel for a whole month, and because this house, a tree fell on the house, there's no AC. So I am here in just my natural form, no makeup, no nothing. There is no AC in this house. It's hot. Okay. All right. All right. And so good news is the tree is up. And so now we can start doing some repairs. And so hopefully it won't be too much longer until we'll be back home. All right. So if you are here tonight, OMG, one of my brothers is here again. Corey Leak is in the house. Oh my goodness. Now, Corey has been here before. He is a professional singer and he's also a music professor. And if you all remember, he was our guest that did some opera selections, but he wears a couple of different hats. He can do opera, he can do jazz, he can do it all. And I'm just so honored to have him back on Friday Night Live. So, what we're going to do. He is my only guest tonight, so I have kidnapped Corey for the whole hour, y'all. All right, so let me get him on. All right, and let's get this party started. There
Hey,
he
hey,
is.
hey. Hey, everybody.
Look,
How's
I got on a
everybody
blue shirt
doing?
just like me.
Yes, yes. Repping for the Phi Beta Sigma. One of
See,
our
there you go.
esteemed Blue Phi. Got to represent. Got one of our esteemed members, Mr. John Lewis. May he rest in
I
peace on here.
see. Y'all see
Yeah.
John Lewis on here? Let me make you big so you can see.
All right.
Y'all see that?
Representing
Y'all see
the
that?
representing that good trouble. Yes,
Wow.
indeed.
Wow. 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 Yeah, he did some very strong work. My
Yes, he
goodness.
did.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
he
yes, yes.
did.
Corey, oh my gosh. I am
Yes.
just so excited to have you back
I'm
on the
excited to be
show.
here.
Oh, has it been a year?
A year exactly. 1 year exactly.
How did we do that?
I don't know. It's just how the stars align, how things fell in place, but it here we are.
Oh my goodness. And we got on blue. I now
Yes, we
we
got on
did not
blue.
talk before this, so I had no idea he was gonna have on this Phi Beta Sigma shirt. I have on butterflies, y'all, but that's okay. And my daughter has on blue too. I took it off.
All right.
Oh yeah, she took it off
Oh,
because
she
she's
took
hot.
it off.
But
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I get it.
I wonder what blue means. Does blue mean revelation?
That's a good question. I'm not
I gotta look
sure.
it up. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, Corey, we are so excited to have you. I got a
Thank
feeling we're just
you.
going to have a crazy show and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And you know what? I
Yes.
need some fun and some craziness. I mean, good crazy.
For sure. Definitely.
All right. So, y'all, Corey has been so gracious to send us several of his projects, some of the things that he's done. I have quite a few. So, I'm going to ask a few questions and then we'll look at some of his selections and then he'll talk about it. Is that okay, Corey?
That sounds good.
All right. Okay. Well, let's get the ball started. Who or what inspired you to start singing?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good question. I would say my father, my father's side of the family, the Leaks. Shout out to the Leak Squad.
Hey,
From
y'all.
Yes, from Richmond County down here in North Carolina in Rockingham. That's where that side of the family comes from, and I come from a family full of singers. My grandfather sang, all his brothers sang, aunts sung, my father sung. Everybody played different kinds of instruments and things, and so I guess I caught the bug, so to speak. And it
Wow.
started a long time ago in my church, Travelers Rest Baptist Church in Harlem, New York, and started singing with the youth choir. You know how that goes, and
Uh
it
huh.
kind of went ahead and grew from there. So my dad was my earliest inspiration, watching him do what he does, and then it went from there. And yeah,
Oh
that's
my
how it
goodness.
goes.
So it's like in the genes. So do y'all have like a family choir? I bet you it is amazing when y'all have like when y'all get together for holidays or reunions and all y'all together. I bet you it is crazy.
Yeah, we do a lot of singing. Me, my brother, and my sister will get together and mess around. And there's been different occasions where our parents have been like, "Y'all get together, y'all sing something real quick," and we're like, "We don't
Mm-hmm.
want to, but we'll do it anyway." And we all just kind of sing and mess around with each other and things. So yeah, it's a joyous occasion, and we try to keep music going whenever we can. So for sure.
Good. Singing is, I mean, singing can be healing. Like it
Mhm.
can help you release some stuff. Listening to somebody sing can be healing as well. Because
Yeah.
I can hear some stuff and get delivered, or I'll feel better, or I'll just. So that's a beautiful gift. I'm not going to say talent. I believe that's a gift that the Lord has given you because you can do, you can do it all. Whatever. I mean, you can pretty much. I mean, you don't just do opera. Like, what else do you? I mean, you do different. You do other genres. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thanks to the Boys Choir Harlem that got me and set me on my path to where I am
Mm-hmm.
now. Through them, that's where I learned about jazz. That's where I learned about classical music and opera. That's where I learned about pop and bop. I knew and grew up in a household that was full of gospel and R&B. But
Mm-hmm.
being exposed to those other kinds of genres, bluegrass and country western and all of those things are things that I got exposed to through the boys choir. And so yeah, we learned how to do it all. That was part of our shtick, so to speak, that we were an
Wow.
African American young boy choir, 45-member choir, and we traveled
Mm.
the world doing classical music, gospel music, rap, R&B. The whole gambit was in our shows, and we did fully choreographed tunes, and it was just amazing. And so that's pretty much where it started for me singing through across the genres, and it just kind of stuck. So,
Is there one genre that you like to sing more than others?
um, hmm, that's a good question too. For me, I'm a soul person. I love soul. I love soul music.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of like the classics. So the Stevie Wonders, the Luther
Oh,
Vandrosses, the
yeah.
James Ingrams, the Peebo Brysons, the Barry Whites, even Aretha Franklin's and Shaka Khan's, and the list goes on and on and on. So I love soul music. So I would definitely say soul, and then gospel would have to be my second because that's where it all
Okay.
started for me. That's my base.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know sometimes you may do your own rendition of songs that have already been created.
Mhm.
How do you decide which ones that you would like to do? Like which one goes you feel goes well with your voice? How do you do that?
Primarily for me, it's whichever ones that resonate with me. So it's primarily what speaks to me, what I feel speaks to my spirit, and
Yeah.
that I feel I can do justice by. There's some songs that I love, absolutely love, but I'm like, I can't touch that one. I'm not going to touch that one. I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's not
Yeah.
necessarily, my thing right there. But so it's me honestly listening to it, it's speaking to me, me feeling in my spirit that it is something that fits me, that I could see myself doing, and playing around with it, honestly, singing a little
Yeah.
bit of it, trying it out, like, okay, all right, I think this may be one I can add to the repertoire, or oh no, we're just going to keep that in the house.
I see what you're saying. Almost
Yeah.
like you kind of play with it to try to make it your own,
Exactly, my
kind of.
own. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely,
Okay.
because you can
I
never sound
really.
like the greats, for sure. The greats are the greats, and so trying to, they say mimicking is one thing, but you can never sound like the greats. The best thing that you can ever do as a musician is take what they've done and make it your own
Mhm.
the best way that you can. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's I was listening to you as I was listening to you. I think that it's a wonderful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing that you pick songs that resonate into your in your soul that you can really feel, because when you pick those songs and you feel them, we can feel it. We can feel that when you sing. So
yeah,
that's wonderful. Instead
thank
of just
you.
I'm just gonna sing a song. No, I mean there I knew there was like uh, there was a plan or a way things go with that. I didn't think you just pulled something out the sky. I not the way I've heard you sing. So I was just curious about
Oh,
that.
thank you.
All right. So let's start off. We're going to start off with one of your selections. So we'll play the selection first because I don't have the title on there. And then after we play it, you can tell us about it. Is that okay?
All right, that sounds good.
All right. Here is the first one, y'all. Enjoy.
La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'argento, che di pensiero, semple un amabile, leggiador viso, ipodio viso, e menzoniero. La donna
put my daughter on here because she was getting. Did you see?
I
She
didn't
was,
realize I was on.
yes, she was. So she was really enjoying it. OMG, y'all. OMG. Okay, Corey, you have got to set the scene and tell us about this performance.
Yes, so this was at an annual performance. I'm a part of an organization called the Cumberland Choral Arts down in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Shout out to the Cumberland Choral Arts.
Okay,
And
shout
every
out.
year, yep, every year we do a tribute to African American music through a show that was actually the brainchild of one of my honorary sisters, Brenda Vandervoort Miller, who's watching live with us tonight. And
Hey, y'all.
she, yes, indeed, shout out to Brenda, and she came up with the wonderful idea of
I see
doing
it.
a show that highlighted African American music. And so this was this past year's one. And Pavarotti, the Pavarotti, has always been one of my favorite singers of all time. And so in the classical section, because we have three sections, we have a classical section, a spiritual and gospel section, and then we normally
Mhm.
have a theme section. So the theme section that year was Ladies' Night, or women of that are African American female singers. And so in this classical section, this has always been one of my favorite pieces to sing, that and Nessun Dorma, of course. And I was asked to do it, so I got up there and that's what I did.
You make it look so effortless, though.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
is
Thank
you
you.
and I.
Thank you.
Ooh, well, maybe it's easy for you. I wish I would try. I'd probably break a glass. I mean, you just make it look so. That's when you know that you're in your calling or you're doing what you're supposed to do because it it's like it's nothing that it's not forced. It comes natural. So
Yeah.
It looks
wow.
like you
Thank you.
were built, made
Hold on,
to
hold on.
do that.
She's
That's how
saying
Thank
something.
I'm like 10 octaves lower in voice. I'm going through a head cold. Sorry, guys. But it's almost like watching it, it's like you were literally born to do this. You could not have imagined you doing anything else just by watching that performance. Was that was the performance. Like I don't know how it was just
I know, wasn't it amazing?
thank
Wow.
you. Thank you guys. That means a
Oh,
lot. Thank you so much.
oh my goodness.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
we've got some comments in the chat, and Cheryl's going to do some Cheryl shout outs in a little bit, and we're going to give some shout
Oh,
outs to everybody in there because
yes.
you brought some friends and family over here, and I'm just so excited to meet them. All right, okay.
Yeah.
So, what is your creative process like?
So for me, it is first inspiration. So,
Hmm.
and that can be anything from the sun setting, or I'm at a certain place where there's a certain landscape at the beach or in a hotel, or just driving down the highway and just taking in the scenery. I spent a lot of time. I used to work in Fayetteville at a elementary school called Lucille Souders Elementary School. Shout out to Lucille Souders and my Lucille Souders family there. And that's an hour drive each way. So I spent a lot of time on the road for 7 years driving back and forth. And it gave me
Wow.
a lot of time to reflect and to ponder and to think. I love listening to music, so listening to different kinds of music, and you know, taking in, having that kind of time, taking in the scenery that I got to take in, having that time to meditate, to pray, also listen to different kinds of music and things. All of that is part of my creative process. And so
Yeah.
as those things are downloaded into me, when it's time for me to kind of sit down and create, they kind of come flowing out of the surface. So it's kind of like, all right, God, what am I going to do? What would you have me do? And it kind of just goes from there.
Okay. Describe your favorite and least favorite part of being an artist.
Mm. So my favorite part of being an artist is getting an opportunity to share what I do with people like yourself,
Yeah.
and getting a chance to share it on stages across the state, across the world. Just having that opportunity, that's the blessing and that's the high of being an artist. The low, I would say, is sometimes going through when you're gigging, and all my artists out there know, sometimes you're asked to do things on a whim, or you're not really necessarily giving your worth. People expect you to do
Oh yeah.
things for just do them just to do them. Just do it because your brother so and so, or just do it because And sometimes us as artists can be taken advantage of, and not necessarily everyone viewing you for what you're worth, so to speak. And so, I used to be a yes person. I used to be one of those kind of people that, my parents raised me to be humbled and they raised me not to be puffed up. And I love that because I never wanted to be somebody that could think so highly of myself that I think I'm too
Yeah.
good for anything. But the
Yeah.
Achilles heel in that is you kind of find yourself saying yes to everything and not understanding that there are some things that well, there's some things that you got to say no to, and you earn the right to say no to, or I deserve more, or I deserve this. And I had to really find my voice in that,
Hmm.
because and throughout my career, I had times where I was taken advantage of because I was trying to be nice. And it was my actual director and voice teacher and mentor, Dr. Lonietta Cornwell from Shaw University, that primarily was like, no, you worked hard for this. You've gone to school and you've gone in debt paying student loans and you've done all this stuff to become who you are. No, know your worth, know what, and don't let anybody make you or put you in a situation to think or to do less than what you're worth. People, you've earned this. You're known for doing what you do, so you deserve. So when you step in the room and somebody asks you what's your price, you give your price, and either they can meet your price or they can't. When you step in the room, you've earned certain things. When you ask for them, expect to get what your worth is, and don't settle for anything less. That's been kind of hard for me to kind of do because once again, I'm one of those that I
I
like to
understand.
please, but
Hmm.
I had to learn, yeah, to kind of come out of that, so to speak, over time.
Man, Corey, I can relate to you 110%. I believe my parents raised me the same way. I'm very humble. People tell me that. And I'm a giver. That's one of my spiritual gifts. I just love giving. And but people, like you said, sometimes people will take your kindness as
Mhm.
a weakness, and that's a sad thing. It's sad that it's like that. That
Yeah,
you just can't let your guard down all the time and just
true.
really be nice like the person that you are. You have to kind of put your guard up a little bit so that you don't get hurt or taken advantage of. But I had to learn too that no is a complete sentence,
Yep,
and it's okay to say
that's right.
no.
That's
So
right.
I understand, and I commend you because, like
Thank
you
you.
said, you went to school for this, you
Yeah,
trained for this, and you're worth it. And people do what they want to do; they'll pay for what they want to pay for. But like you said,
definitely.
like when people are kind of close, or they know your mom, or stuff like that, or your dad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
get it. I get it.
for
That
sure.
was really good.
Mhm.
All right, all right. Y'all ready to hear something else? Okay. All right. Here is another selection from Corey.
Talk about a child that do love Jesus. Here is one. Talk about a child that do love Jesus. Here is one. Talk about a child that do love Jesus. Here is one. Here is one.
Wow.
Thank you,
I
guys.
was looking at the lady behind you. That would be me. I'd be sitting up there like, I swear she started crying. I would have been in there crying, but I would have been the same way. I'd be like, I really would. My goodness, Corey.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful,
Thank you.
beautiful, beautiful. So
Thank
tell
you.
us about that selection.
Yeah, so that was actually done at the Contemporary Art Museum downtown. My husband actually runs and is the director of that museum, and so they had a special Juneteenth concert there,
Oh, okay.
where they had me and my sis Brenda and the young lady you saw behind you. Her name is Monique McLeod, who two awesome, phenomenal singers in their own right. The three of us did that concert, and so we presented African American spirituals, art songs, and freedom songs. And that was one of the African American spirituals, Talk About a Child That Do Love Jesus by William Dawson, and phenomenal composer of African American spirituals. And that's the song I actually started that my teacher, Dr. Cornwall, gave me at Shaw. And it became a piece that was very near and dear to me because not only because of the name and not only because of the lyrics, but because of what it stands for. It's proclaiming, I'm a child that do love Jesus, and I'm not afraid to proclaim that, and that I am one.
Amen.
Um, so
Yeah. Okay. All right. Woo.
thank
Guess y'all
you.
heard that, didn't
Mm.
you? No, just playing. Oh my goodness. So, you were telling me about, and I think we already talked about it a little bit, but I think it's resonating with me.
Mhm.
So you all had some pictures, some art, and you sang. I've never. That is such an amazing idea. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so
Oh my goodness.
that was brought to fruition by Miss Sherry Holmes, and she's over the African American arts in the Triangle. That's an organization she runs where she highlights different, whether it be art galleries or it be Broadway performances, the opera, anything that highlights African American musicians and artists. Their company kind of highlights it and shows it, and so I had did a performance at the North Carolina Museum of History for their African American Cultural Festival back in January, and so she saw me there and kind of hunted me down, and
Wow.
she we had a good conversation, and she was saying, "Hey, so I have an idea. I want to do a show." And I was thinking about doing a show where we take African American art from the North Carolina Museum of Art and we put songs to it that coincide with the artwork that's being shown.
Wow.
What do you think about that? And I was like, wow, that's different. I've never seen that I know of or heard of anybody doing
I know
anything
I
like
haven't.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so she was like, "Well, are you interested?" And I said, "Yeah, that would be awesome and amazing." And so, as we spoke through, we said that it would be a variety of different art, a variety of different African American artists, and with that, a variety of different kinds of music. So I did everything from classical to spirituals to R&B to Broadway theme music. So I did the entire gambit in that show, and all of my show I've done a lot of great shows, but that was one of my favorite shows to date because of the
Wow.
variety of music that I got to do and the impact that it had on the audience because they really got to see the art, hear the backstory, and then
Hmm.
have me sing music that coincided with it. So that was an amazing
Wow.
experience.
Are you all enjoying Corey Leak?
Yes.
OMG. You all put some likes and some hearts in the comments. He's a young man doing some amazing things.
Thank you, guys.
Wow. Okay. Did you choose, sorry, I'm sorry. Did you choose your passion or did your passion for music choose you?
Hmm. That's a really good one. I would say it definitely chose me. I wanted to be a lawyer, believe it or not. In middle school, that was my thing. I wanted to actually be a lawyer, and I thought I was going to be an entertainment lawyer,
Hmm.
coincidentally. And no, it was high school that my one of my directors, Maestro Wilson, at the time, my voice teachers, he was like, "Oh no, you need to be singing, and you need to be performing that other stuff." He was like, "You can cut that out. You meant to be performing." And at the time, I was like, I don't really know. I had my plans on what school I was going to go to, and I was going to major in law and all this other kind of stuff. But it
Hmm.
really kind of took the turn. And he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at that time. Because I love to do it, I love to sing, but I didn't really think I wasn't planning on it being my career. It was going to be something I did on the side, and that was really going to be it, in my spare time. But God had other plans. They say that, what's that saying? You tell God your plans and he laughs.
He
Then,
said,
and
"Ha,
then
ha, ha." Mhm. He probably
literally.
was crying laughing when you told
Okay.
him, right?
Okay.
I know he was when I told him mine.
Okay. So I mean, I totally had a different plan myself back then, but it was the best decision I ever could have made. Who would have known that years later I'd be sitting here talking to you guys, teaching my kids music, getting a chance to perform on stages around the state and around the world, and just the doors that God has opened for me being obedient and deciding to walk
Yeah,
through them.
yeah.
Yeah, it definitely chose me for sure.
Wow. So I want you all to know that Corey is in our Guinness Book of Records because he is our first and only opera singer on this show. So I was trying to see how I could like try to get him to sing a verse of something. You think can y'all think if y'all put a lot of hearts like in the comments or something that maybe he might sing a maybe 3 words or something we can try to get him to sing something. They putting anything in there? If y'all put some hearts and some likes, y'all put some hearts. I can't do it over here. Y'all put some hearts and some likes in there. Maybe he'll sing maybe one verse. One verse.
That's fine.
Are they putting hearts in there, Cheryl? Can you see? Oh, she's okay. Oh, Corey. They're putting hearts in the comments.
Okay. All right.
Would you mind, like, just like maybe just whatever you want to do? I mean, if you want to do more than a verse, but whatever you want to do.
All right. Let's see. Pick one of my favorites. I have a lot of
Let them
songs
use
go
you.
through my head. That's that church. That is that church say if I
I'm
ever heard
sorry.
it in my life. All right.
Um. Oh, they
Okay.
saying please, Corey, please. I'm gonna put you on big screen.
All right. Here we go. Is there anybody here who loves my Jesus? Anybody here who loves my Lord? I wanna know if you love my Jesus. I wanna know if you love my Lord. Is there anybody here who loves my Jesus? Anybody here who loves my Lord? I want to know if you love my Jesus. I want to know if you love my Lord. Oh, brethren, this world is a wilderness of woe. So let us all to glory go. Yes, religion is like a blooming rose, and none but him who feels it knows that. None but the righteous, none but the righteous, none but the righteous shall see God. Is there anybody here who loves my Jesus? Say amen if you love my Lord. I want to know if you love my Jesus. I wanna know if you love my Lord.
You're gonna get upset.
Corey, I was trying to act like I didn't know how to push the buttons and put it back there, thinking that you might keep on singing. But now wait, let me tell you guys something. There was no track behind his voice. Y'all did know that, right? So that was straight a cappella. So y'all know he can sing. Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
Thank you.
Whew. You know what? Let's do so. Let's go into the chats a little bit and let Corey know who's here hanging out with him. Cheryl, you feel like as Cheryl has been a little bit under the weather. You feel like doing some Cheryl shout outs? I think Corey brought some of his friends over. We got to definitely say hi to them as
Do
well.
it.
First and foremost, House Committee, we gotta say hey to our moderator on Twitch, Karan Edmonds, holding it down. Good to see you.
All right.
We have you have some people coming. We have Sherry Sears on YouTube popping in.
Hey,
La.
Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
We have bass player, just bass player on YouTube tuning in with you. We have Julies 3 tuning in with you as well. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. We hope you enjoyed the
Thank you.
show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We have Miss Brenda Vandervoort Miller
That's
tuning
my
in.
sister.
Hey,
Hey,
sis.
sis.
Hey,
Welcome.
Hey, darling.
I
Welcome,
just adopted
welcome.
myself into the family.
Yeah, everyone's family here.
That's right. That's
We
right.
also have Miss Donna O'Neill, one of our regulars on Facebook, tuning in.
Oh, I
with
know
us.
Elder Donna's having a good time with this.
Hey,
Yes.
Miss
Yes,
Donna.
she is.
How
She
you
that
doing?
last song, she said, "Have mercy."
Thank you, Miss Donna.
We have Miss Joynell Bow as well tuning
Hey,
in. Good
Janelle.
to see you.
Hi.
We have Miss Portsmouth Nisi Ward.
Hey.
Good to see you as
Hey,
well.
Portland.
We have Pastor Charles Neal.
Pastor
All
Neil
right.
from Chicago is hanging out with us.
All
True
right.
Christian
All right.
Fellowship. Yes.
ma'am.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
Pastor Neil. Thank you.
That's it for right now.
All right. Well, we definitely want to thank you all for hanging out with us. And Corey, thank you for bringing your family over. Oh,
Thank you.
we. All
Of
right. So I'm
course.
going to let you take a break on your voice. I have a trivia question, Corey, I got to do.
All right.
And then we're going to come back and do some more interviews and some more selections. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So you rest your voice. Let's see.
All right.
All right. Here we go, y'all. Okay. Let me. I think there it goes. My mouse is acting weird, y'all. Let's see. All right, there it is. Okay, so here is the question. Oh, wait, I didn't put the. Hold on, y'all. Cheryl, do some la 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 la.
La, la,
La 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 la. Oh my goodness.
Oh, also tuning in, we have Mr. Craig G on YouTube tuning in. Welcome, brother. Hope you enjoy the show.
Hey, Craig. I'm sorry, y'all. It has been a day. If I told y'all the stuff that I was going through today, Corey knows because I sent him a video. It's been kind of crazy. Where's the stuff?
I just have to read about.
Okay. The question was, which of the United States was the first one to celebrate Labor Day?
Ooh.
And the choices are Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, or Washington. Put the answer in the comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know where the slide is. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get Corey up. I'm gonna see if he know. You think he know?
I don't know.
Wait.
What's the question?
The question is which of the cities in the United States was the first one to celebrate Labor Day?
Which one states?
Yeah, so the choices are Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, or Washington.
Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, or Washington.
That's a good
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah,
Celebrate Labor Day.
yeah.
To
And
celebrate
whoever
Labor
wins
Day.
tonight, I have a book from one of our former guests. He's an author and a motivational speaker. It says From Poverty to Prison to Prosperity. Sean Ingram. I got the book for you. So if you get the right answer, you might win. All right, Corey, we're back to Corey. Corey
All
Lee.
right, all right, all right.
OMG. OMG. So you brought me a clip of a program. So I'm
Hmm.
going to play that one right now, and then we'll talk about that, okay?
All right, sounds good.
In just a minute.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting.
Okay, Corey, that one is a little too low. I may try it another way, see if I can do it another way.
All
Maybe
right.
we can, but maybe we'll try it again at the end. Let me pull
Okay.
something else up.
No
Man, that was
problem.
my jam too.
You want to try to share a
Birds
screen?
flying high. Mm.
You think we should try to share a screen? Well, maybe we'll try to share a screen later.
Amazing grace, you fill my heart with song, a song of love that lasts the whole day long. Amazing grace, surround me with the strength of your caress, renew my trust.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Cheryl, you okay?
It sounds so regal. I just commented it, but I guess
Oh,
I'm just saying it sounds so regal.
thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. That's one of my favorites right there. Dr. Cornwell gave me that too. That was one of the first African
Really?
American art songs that she gave me. And it was important for her to know that not just Caucasian or our European brothers and sisters were the ones that wrote and that created art song, but
Hmm.
that we had several African American artists that also created art song as well. And that one right there, Amazing Grace, was arranged by H. Leslie Adams. And the first time I sung it, I fell in love with it. And it has been one of my go tos and requested ever since. I actually sang that song. It has a big significance to me because I got a chance to sing that at my son's christening. And so
Oh,
yeah, it's been really really near and dear to my heart really ever
wow.
since.
Yeah.
So
You wrong for that. I bet it wasn't one dry tear in the place. His son was getting christened, and I bet you, I would be like,
That's a fully religious experience.
yeah, that's beautiful. That's
thank
beautiful.
you, thank you.
All right. Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of music that you want to share with us?
Yeah. So I love to travel. I love going to different
Me
places
too.
and exploring and seeing other places. We went and did a lot of traveling this summer, as a matter of fact. Well, just a couple of places. We were my home city, New York City. We were in Charleston. We were in Savannah. We were in where else did we go? We were I was in Houston. Shout out to my
Oh wow.
fraternity for our national conference, our conclave. Was out
Okay.
there for that, and so I love traveling, love seeing the world, and that's something that we find important and want to expose and try to expose with our son to, so that he has an opportunity to see that the world is much bigger than just where we live in
Yeah.
just North Carolina. Another big hobby of mine is I love sitting back and either reading a good book, relaxing. Listening to some of my favorite albums and or just just getting a chance to lay across the couch, which I very seldom do, and just watch TV.
I know, right? What's
Yes,
that?
indeed. Okay, exactly. But relax. What's that? Is
What's that?
that a trick word? What's that? Okay.
At a new tweet.
Okay, exactly.
Who
But
would you most like to collaborate with?
oh, that's a good one. Last time I talked about my girl Jill Scott and collaborating with her.
Hmm.
I think if I got a chance to collaborate with anybody, um, other than my boy Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson is my absolute all-time favorite artist of all time. My family will tell you I am over the hills crazy about Mike and anything having to do with him. I'm there. So
Yeah.
in a perfect world, I would have loved to be able to just be in the studio with him and to do
Wow.
anything with him. Singing backup for him would have been just
Hmm.
fine for me and the epitome. But yeah, so Michael Jackson is my top and number one of all time. Other than him, musician wise, I would have to say Stevie Wonder because he is
Oh
such an
yeah. Okay.
amazing and consummate musician. So just to be under his tutelage and be able to um, do something with him would absolutely be
Hmm.
amazing for me. I had the privilege of singing on stage with him when I was in the Harlem Boys Choir. We sang backup and did as with him on stage
Oh
at the
wow.
Apollo Theater. At the Apollo Theater, yep.
Wow.
And that was an event. It's actually that clip we actually found it on YouTube. And there I am, my little young self up there snapping and doo-wopping right
Oh,
behind him with the boys
I'm gonna go
choir.
try to find it.
And it was an amazing experience. But yeah, if I could actually like do something real life one-on-one with him, that would be
Hmm.
amazing for sure.
Okay. All right. I think Michael Jackson just had a birthday.
He
He
did.
would have been 65,
65, 65.
60,
He'd have been
65. Okay.
65.
All
Yep.
right.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Corey, tell us about this event.
Yes, so Verdi's La Traviata. So that is an opera that is going to be going up here in North Carolina at the Duke Auditorium, right across the street from Shaw University. And I will be in it. I've been asked to be a part of the opera ensemble, the chorus line that's going to be in the opera, and so I'm excited about it. I have been looking to get back into doing full operas and shows, and so when I auditioned and they asked me to come and be a part, I was excited and looking forward to it. So it will be once again at the Duke Auditorium right across the street from Shaw University. For all my North Carolina people that are in the area, it is going to be going on October 27th and the 29th. And it's going to be a phenomenal show. We actually start rehearsals in the next week for the
Oh
show.
yeah.
And yeah,
Okay.
I've had the privilege of actually seeing it before. So to actually get a chance to be a part of it is phenomenal. So I'm excited about it.
Wow. Now that's surreal. Like seeing it and then you're a part of it. I have got to talk to you after you do that just to see
Yeah,
what that feels like.
no problem for
Not many
sure.
people can
I'm
do that.
excited.
No, not many people experience that.
Yes,
Wow.
indeed. So I'm excited.
Okay. Um, if you had one message to give to your fans, what would that be?
Hmm. Um, a song I sing that has become another strong part of my repertoire is from The Wiz, and it's called "Believe in Yourself." And I'll never forget one of my favorite artists, Miss Lena Horne. She sang that song in The Wiz and
Mm-hmm.
sang the absolute gobstopper out of that song.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since getting a chance to see it, that song has always been something that I felt like has carried me through. And so I felt like in those moments where I had self doubt and those moments where I was unsure, that song was one of my main go tos. And so having an opportunity to sing that to others is my way of kind of testifying to not only what God has brought me through and what He's done in my life, but it's something that I would tell not even just my fans, but people across the world and everywhere that will listen. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in
Yeah.
yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. You got to trust that what God is putting you, that thing that God is giving you, is specifically designed for you. And if you go forth and if you follow His will and if you follow the path that God has put in you, you know, it may be hard sometimes. It may feel lonely sometimes, and sometimes you're going to cry and you're going to shed a tear or two, but just know that if you stay on that path, God is going to lead you to where He's ultimately taking you to, and it's going to be great. And so you got to have confidence in yourself. You got to know that you are enough and that you are worth it, and that once again, that thing that God has put in you was put into you for a specific purpose and think and for a specific purpose. And think about, you know, even on another level, like the lives that are tied to your gift and that will be lost if you don't go forth and
Mm-hmm.
do and use it for what God is having you to do and use those things for. The amount of people that may not make it, the amount of people that may not do something that God is pulling on them to do, and their spiritual gifts and callings are tied to yours. And you choosing to move forward and go forward. So yeah, that's my biggest thing. Believe in yourself. Believe in the power that God has put in you, and know that you know that you know that if He's going to lead you to it, He's definitely going to bring you to it, and you're never alone. Sure.
All right. Amen. That was some major nuggets and encouragement. You all received that. You are definitely right. I was always I can't remember who the artist is, but it was he said something like, if the enemy can stop you from bringing to birth the gifts that God has placed in you, not only does he stop you, but he stops the people that you were supposed to bless or help or encourage. So it's about you. My pastor says it all the time. It's about you, but it's not just about you. You know,
Yep.
there are people that are assigned to you that need your testimony or whatever it is, or they need what you've been through to help them. You may have the road, man, your testimony might be the road map for somebody else.
Yep.
That's deep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For
And
sure.
with that, can you believe the time is up?
Oh man, that was quick. That was so fast.
We've been on here a whole hour.
Oh my
So
gosh, man.
Brenda says, That's a word. Yes, yes. And Elder
Yes,
Donna says,
it is.
indeed.
Thank
Lady
you,
Jackson
guys.
said, that's right. It's about you, you, but not just about you. Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Well, Corey, whew,
Yes,
once
ma'am.
again, the type on the wall says that's all. Corey, you have
Aw.
got to, I mean, you, first of all, thank you so much for giving of your
You are
time
welcome, Queen.
and
Thank
coming
you.
to tell us the great things that you're doing. I'm so proud of you and
Thank
excited for the
you.
wonderful um, experiences that you're having, the wonderful jobs and things that you're getting in your gift.
Thank
Um,
you.
Best wishes
Thank
to you
you.
on your
Same to
future
you.
endeavors, on this
Yes,
new
indeed.
event that you're getting ready to be a part of. I hope it's
Thank
just
you.
amazing. You have got to text me and tell me all about it.
I
And
sure will.
when time permits, we would love for you to come back again.
No problem.
OMG.
Look, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Y'all a family now. So, I told you, whenever you call, I'll answer. So just let me know.
Yes, yes, yes. Cheryl, did you want to say anything? Because I know you were kind of full with his music. I don't want to put you on the spot. You don't have to, but she was just really that I can tell
I
that it
think
really
it's the
moved her.
perfect music for me, especially since I'm upset when I don't feel well, and so like it's just the perfect music just to keep me.
Yeah, wasn't it
Thank
It's
good?
you.
healing. It's just so healing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
what I want to do, Corey, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a chance to say some final words, and then I'm
All
going
right.
to end the show with one more of your selections.
All right, that sounds good. So, once again, thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Kat. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for being such awesome hosts for me. Like I said, you
Thank
guys have
you.
definitely become family now. I pray that God continuously bless you guys and everything that you're doing and your platform here. It is amazing.
Thank you.
And so just keep on
Thank you.
doing what you're doing. Shout out to my Lucille Souders family, to Miss West, to Miss Maddox, to Shari Sears, my sister, to the rest of my crew down there. Shout out to my Raleigh School fam, to each and every one of you, to Sharice, to Tati, to Casey, to my whole crew and family over there. Shout out to my Travelers Rest family. Shout out to my brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated Blue Fire. Shout out, shout out to my church, Watch Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, my pastor Harry Lil White there. And just shout out to everybody. May God bless y'all, keep y'all, and just keep doing what you're doing.
All right. You all have a great holiday weekend. I'm going to try to get a little rest. And Lord willing, we'll see you next week with another amazing guest. Same time, same platform. All right. You all enjoy Corey's last selection. All right. See you later, Corey.
Bye.
Then we'll travel on from there. California or who knows where. And we will ride on the wheels of a dream. Yes, the wheels are turning for us, girl, and the times are starting to roll. Any man can get where he wants to if he's got some fire in his soul. We'll see Justice Sarah and plenty of men who will stand up and give us our due. Oh, Sarah, it's more than promises. Sarah, it must be true. A country that lets a man like me own a car, raise a child, share a life with you. With you. Beyond that road, beyond this life. song of hope will always gleam with the promise of happiness and the freedom he'll live to know. He'll travel with head held high, just as far as his heart can grow, and he will rise. Our sun shall rise on the wheels of a dream.